Mucuna pruriens is referred to as a natural herbal supplement originating from ancient Indian medical practices, although it's technically a legume that grows in the tropic. This adaptogen can be used to lower stress, reduce anxiety, improve focus, boost libido, and improve mood. The Mucuna pruriens has been shown to be effective at increasing dopamine levels in both humans and animals, and it may also have an antidepressant effect. Another source of dopamine is chasteberry, or Vitex agnus. This herb is dopaminergic. The berries of the plant are used primarily in women for complaints of premenstrual syndrome. Animal studies have shown that Vitex inhibits prolactin, and it appears to selectively stimulate the D2 type dopamine receptors. L-tyrosine can exert a particularly strong nootropic effect on mood because of its enhancement to the levels of the molecule L-dopa, which is the precursor to dopamine. The neurotransmitter dopamine is critically linked with a stable mood, so supplementing with L-tyrosine may offer a mood-boosting benefit. All of these dopaminergic compounds that increase dopamine in the brain can increase motivation, making it easier to study or to complete tasks. Uridine, omega-3, and choline. Each of these can be studied for its individual benefit on mood and cognition. However, in combination, brain neurons form synapses through the lifespan, and this process is initiated by neuronal depolarization. However, the number of synapses formed depends on the brain levels of the three nutrients, uridine, omega-3, fatty acid DHA, and choline. So given together, these nutrients accelerate the formation of synaptic membranes, the major component of the synapse. Synapses are part of the circuit that connects sensory organs, like those that detect pain or touch, in the peripheral nervous system to the brain. Synapses connect neurons in the brain to neurons in the rest of the body, and from those neurons to the muscles. Memories are stored initially in the hippocampus, where synapses among excitatory neurons begin to form new circuits within seconds of the events being remembered. An increase in the strength of a relatively small number of synapses can bind connected neurons into a circuit that then stores a new memory. Doses of omega-3 can range from 3 to 9 grams per day of an EPA-DHA fish oil blend. Check out my video on choline to see the best sources and doses that I recommend. And uridine taken as uridine monophosphate in doses of 1 to 2 grams is what has been used in the studies. A good quality B vitamin with B12 as methylcobalamin would be recommended. 3 B vitamins are often linked with brain health, B6, B9 and B12. They help to break down homocysteine, high levels of which have been associated with a greater risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. B vitamins also help to produce energy needed to develop new brain cells. Thiamine is also a very popular nootropic, and it helps to reverse some of the symptoms of dementia. There's many forms of thiamine available. However, in the nootropic community, sulbuthiamine is considered one of the strongest for its stimulating and mood-boosting effects. Benphthiamine is recommended to increase your sensitivity to insulin, which is another mechanism that may improve brain function. Therefore, stacking or alternating between these two thiamine sources may be beneficial. Research demonstrates that your brain requires a significant amount of adenosine triphosphate, or ATP, when performing difficult tasks. Supplements can increase phosphocreatine stores in your brain to help it to produce more ATP. Creatine may also aid brain function by increasing dopamine levels and mitochondrial function. The most researched form of creatine is creatine monohydrate. Doses range from 5 to 10 grams per day, but many people start for up to a month with 30 grams per day as a loading dose to help saturate the cells. Be sure to check out my other video on mitochondria boosters, as they all play a role in ATP generation and can improve brain function and overall health. In ancient Greece and Rome, rosemary was thought to strengthen memory. Research indicates that inhaling rosemary oil helps to prevent the breakdown of acetylcholine, which is a brain chemical that's important for thinking, concentration, and memory. For real-world results in the clinic, the most effective form of rosemary for its brain-boosting effect is a tea made from freshly picked rosemary. This seems to be one of the plants that loses many of its benefits when dried or preserved in some way. Iodine is an essential micronutrient needed in the human diet. As iodine is an integral component of thyroid hormone, it mediates the effects of thyroid hormone on the brain development. Iodine deficiency is the most prevalent and preventable cause of mental impairment in the world. Nascent iodine is the most bioidentical, non-toxic form of iodine. Doses can vary, and as it kills germs and yeast, there can be an initial detox when you first start taking it. It also helps to remove toxic halides from the brain and the body, which can also improve mental well-being and cognitive function. As nascent iodine has a short activation time in the body, it's usually taken 2 to 3 times per day. And as it stimulates the thyroid, it's not recommended taking it after 4 p.m, as the increase in energy may interfere with sleep. Lion's mane mushroom contains compounds that stimulate the growth of brain cells and protect them from damage caused by Alzheimer's disease. New animal research has found that lion's mane mushroom extract has anti-inflammatory effects, and this can reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression in mice. Other animal studies have found that lion's mane extract can also help to regenerate brain cells and to improve the functioning of the hippocampus. This is a region of the brain responsible for processing memories and emotional responses. A common dose is a lion's mane 10:1 extract containing a 30% polysaccharide, and a daily dose being 500 to 1000 milligrams taken 1 to 3 times per day. Higher doses of lion's mane may cause drowsiness. Panax ginseng has been used as a traditional herbal medicine for over 2,000 years, and it's recorded to have anti-anxiety, antidepressant, and cognition-enhancing properties. Ginseng could help to improve brain functions like memory, behavior, and mood. Some test tube and animal studies show that the components in ginseng, like the ginsenosides and compound K, could protect the brain against damage that's caused by free radicals. It's termed an adaptogen because of its alleged ability to help restore balance to the body and protect the body from physiological stress. Ginseng provides neuroprotective effects on the dopaminergic pathway, which can help with ADHD. And ginseng is a serotonin and norepinephrine reuptake inhibitor, working as an antidepressant and helping some of the symptoms of ADHD. Ginseng acts as an anti-inflammatory by reducing cytokines and as an antioxidant. It also boosts ATP production in the mitochondria, in part because this antioxidant effect shields the mitochondria and boosts brain energy. Panax is one of the most adulterated supplements, therefore only ginseng roots should be purchased and not powders or preparations. 500 milligrams twice per day is the standard dose. However, there is much debate as to the optimal dose of ginseng. People in Russia and Scandinavian countries have used Radiola to treat anxiety, fatigue, and depression for centuries. Radiola is reported to enhance energy levels and to control how the body responds to stress, both of which can affect brain health. As radiola compounds can impact neuron excitability, it's strongly possible that they can also improve cognitive performance. One study investigated the effects of radiola extract in 101 people with life and work-related stress. The participants were given 400 milligrams per day for 4 weeks. It found significant improvements in the symptoms of stress, such as fatigue, exhaustion, and anxiety, after just 3 days. These improvements continued throughout the study. Radiola has also been shown to improve symptoms of burnout, which can occur with chronic stress. What's more, In a study in 118 people with stress-related burnout, it improved many associated measures, including stress and depression. One study tested its effects on mental fatigue in 56 physicians working night duty. The physicians were randomly assigned to receive either 170 milligrams of Radiola or a placebo pill per day for 2 weeks. Radiola reduced the mental fatigue and it improved performance on work-related tasks by 20% compared to the placebo. Another study looked at the effects of Radiola in military cadets performing night duty. The cadets consumed either 370 milligrams or 555 milligrams of Radiola, or one of 2 placebos daily for 5 days. Both doses were found to improve the cadets' capacity for mental work when compared to the placebos. In another study, students experienced significantly reduced mental fatigue, improved sleep patterns, and increased motivation to study after taking Radiola supplements for 3 weeks. Their exam scores were also 8% higher than those in the placebo group. Schisandra is known as the 5-flavor berry. It's an adaptogenic fruit. Schisandra is used for preventing early aging and for increasing lifespan, normalizing blood sugar and blood pressure, stimulating the immune system, and speeding the recovery after surgery. It's also used for treating liver disease or hepatitis and protecting the liver from poisons. The crude extract and the isolated pure lignin component effectively protect the neuronal cell from damage and significantly enhance cognitive performance. Schisandra can be treated like a food, and it's not uncommon for people to consume up to 3 teaspoons of the berries per day. Bacopa may increase certain brain chemicals that are involved in thinking, learning, and memory. Bacopa monnieri has been used in Ayurvedic medicine for centuries for a variety of purposes, including improving memory, reducing anxiety, and for treating epilepsy. Research shows that it can boost brain function and alleviate anxiety and stress, among other benefits. One study in mice showed that supplementing with Bacopa improved their spatial learning and their ability to retain information. The same study also found that it increased dendritic length and branching. Dendritic branching is a multi-step biological process by which neurons form new dendritic trees and branches to create new synapses. The morphology of dendrites, such as branch density and grouping patterns, are highly correlated to the function of the neurons. A typical dose is 300 milligrams of Bacopa extract twice per day. Ginkgo is known as the memory tree. It improves blood flow to the brain and it acts as an antioxidant. These effects may translate into some benefits for certain medical problems, but the results seem to have been mixed. Some studies have found that in healthy people, Ginkgo might modestly boost memory and cognitive speed. The bulk of the evidence seems to support the safety of taking 120 to 240 milligrams divided into several doses throughout the day. L-theanine is extracted from green tea, or it's obtained from drinking something like matcha tea. L-theanine may affect the level of certain chemicals in the brain. These include serotonin and dopamine, which influence mood, sleep, and emotion, and cortisol, and this helps the body to deal with stress. A change in the balance of these chemicals can change a person's mood or stress levels. As L-theanine crosses the blood-brain barrier and has the ability to modulate inhibitory neurotransmitters, selective serotonin and dopamine to bring about the anxiolytic and the calming effects, the L-theanine can improve cognition and selective attention, and this is perhaps due to the changes in alpha brainwave activity. Paired with caffeine, L-theanine may help to increase focus and attention. A small study found that the combination of L-theanine, 97 milligrams, and caffeine, 40 milligrams, helped a group of young adults to focus better during demanding tasks. Research has revealed that CBD increases the body's level of glutamate and serotonin, and this can help to control the brain's function and mood. It also plays a role in learning and memory. Creating homeostasis in such neurotransmitters appears to help to relieve depression, and it might further boost brain function. You can see my other video on CBD and its effect on blood flow in the brain for more information. Finpulsatine is a partially synthesized supplement that's created from vincamine, and this is derived from the seed of the periwinkle plant. Though evidence of its cognitive benefit is mixed, it can potentially improve memory and increase brain blood flow and metabolism. A typical dose is 10 milligrams up to 3 times per day. Huprisine A acts as a cholinesterase inhibitor, a type of medication that works by improving the levels of neurotransmitters in the brain. Small early studies suggest that Huprisine A might improve memory and protect nerve cells, and this could slow the cognitive decline that's associated with Alzheimer's. It's also used as a study aid. A typical dose is 200 micrograms per day. This should be cycled as a tolerance can be built up. It would be more beneficial to use a choline dietary source and supplements, like I've mentioned in my choline video, over a cholinesterase inhibitor if long-term use was required due to the potential for the tolerance to the inhibitor. Phosphatidylserine is a fatty substance called a phospholipid. It covers and it protects the cells in your brain, and it carries messages between them. Phosphatidylserine plays an important role in keeping your mind and your memory sharp. Animal studies suggest that the level of this substance in the brain decreases with age. Phosphatidylserine is taken to try to prevent memory loss and mental decline that can occur as you get older. Several studies suggest that it might boost your brain power. People who took the supplement scored higher on short-term memory, mood, and concentration tests. Doses in studies with phosphatidylserine on the cortisol stress hormone required 600 to 800 milligrams per day. This makes this an expensive supplement. Make sure to check out my other videos on blood pressure, as proper circulation is important for the brain. My video on cholesterol control, as good cholesterol is essential for the brain, and bad cholesterol can impair brain function by restricting blood flow in the body. My video on blood sugar control, as Alzheimer's has been theorized to be diabetes of the brain. And for more experimental research on memory, check out my videos on nootropic, like Noopept and racetams, and my video on microdosing. You can also check out my website for more videos on the individual herbs discussed in this video.